Was disappointing season or end of a season for the Ravens, though. I mean, Zay Flowers was getting hugged by Odell there at the end, and Lamar himself was just in disbelief again. But it's just like a routine for these guys, I guess, at this point, which is kind of upsetting because it's a really talented team. But do you think that this team goes anywhere next year, or is it just going to be the same feeling again?
I mean, they're not going anywhere.
Well, what I mean by that is, like, are they going to, like, where do you see them? Like, what's the puzzle piece that they need to fix to get over the hump? Because it's been years now where they haven't been able to get over the hump.
Oh, man, it's a tough question because I don't want to say it.
Move on from Lamar? Is that what you're going to say?
I don't want to say it.
Is that what you were going to say?
You just made Jedi say it.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid.
I don't want to. I don't want to say it because as like a Commanders fan, I would take Lamar Jackson any day of the week. But it's starting to look like that style of play just doesn't work in the postseason. I don't think they have a ground game that they trust enough where it doesn't have to be him, which it seems like it always has to be him. Like I think he might have led them in rushing today. So I just
and he
think,
did
like,
for this season as well.
It did for the season. Like, how long does that hold up for? How long does that work? Like we talk about in baseball, like, oh, does that style of play work in October?
Right.
No.
Right.
Well, like in this, does it work in January? I don't know. You know, I really don't know. I do think they can upgrade the receiver core again. I don't think that'll hurt them, but you're looking at a late first round pick. Their defense is pretty stout as it is. So I just think if you give Lamar another option, maybe reduce his running and let him air it out, almost like a West Coast type of offense.
Yeah, you would think by, judging the Ravens like a book and by the cover, they should do well in January. Great defense. They're a physical team. They run the football. Like it should work. But I don't know I don't have an answer for you, Jedi. And even if I did have one, I don't think I would share it because I despise the Ravens. Hearing some of, Steelers fans on some of my timelines actually rooting for the Ravens is just disgusting to me. I can't believe anybody would even think about doing that. Who's a Steelers fan. But I don't know what it is because it should work. That formula should work and it should work well. It just seems that it's Lamar. Like when it comes down to those crunch time situations, for whatever reason, it hasn't been going his way, and I don't know why.
Yeah, 16 total carries today by the team for 81 yards. Lamar had 8 for 54.
And that should not be that way. Like it can't get more of a Baltimore type game than what it was today. It was cold, it was rainy, and you were at home. The first ever AFC Championship game at home. Just run that football. Do not let Patrick Mahomes get the ball.
And is Gus Edwards, like, is he the guy moving forward? I mean, he's 28
I don't think
years
so.
old.
Yeah, he kind of came in there as a journeyman too. He definitely has had big games too, but I think they have other more explosive backs. I would be surprised if he was back next year.
And a few weeks ago, we talked about it last week with the Super Bowl logo theory. I guess it was debunked. It was the 49ers and the Ravens. Ravens obviously went down today. I guess the question that I have, was this logo theory really debunked or was it reborn in a sense? Did the NFL catch on to people's drift and was like, oh, we're making it a little too obvious. Let's go with the opposite here. Because if you recall, I told you there was another Super Bowl logo last week. That was the Chiefs' colors. So really, were they telling us?
You could do a whole deep dive in this Illuminati shit, very similar to like the Simpsons predicting the future. And like the more and more I think about it, I really don't believe anything anyone tells me ever. Like have you seen that clip of like all the news reporters
saying the same thing,
saying the same exact shit? I'm telling you, dude, I'm on to the whole thing.
To be fair, that was like NBC, and I think that was like a corporate thing.
It was Sinclair Media, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what
give
it was.
a shit who it was, dude. I would have ad-libbed it. Fuck it, we're doing it live because I just look at the media like everyone's lying to me. Everyone's lying to me. And the NHL, dude, and the NHL ain't too far behind. I'm kind of sick of that injury shit where it's like, oh, he's out. Why? Lower body. Like, bro, just say he broke his leg.
I know.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's only two designations: lower body, upper body.
Yeah, and it's like, well, the guy literally got hit in the head and was lifeless on the ground. It's a concussion,
Upper body.
like upper body injury, day to day. Well, no, he's in concussion protocol. Like, the fuck are we talking about?
Oh.